Smarterfan podcast. You know we always come up with something new, something different. And today we have one of the biggest 7-on-7 flag football coaches, Mr. Frank Spinelli, who's going to talk to us about how he got involved and the exciting part. I'm a big fan of flag football, and I got incredible ideas, but the opportunity to get this incredible coach today is really special. So we're going to get it. We'll jump right in it. Coach, how are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good. Hey, tell me real quick, how did you get into it? How did you get into flag football?
So about 4 years ago, I was coaching my oldest son in a different league. I didn't really like the setup of it. Some of the things went kind of the wrong way, I think, competitive-wise. So I live in Elmsford, New York, where there's a great facility, but we don't actually have a high school football team there. So I pitched it to the town to say, hey, I'm going to start a league, flag football league, to try and get football back into the town, because I grew up playing it and always loved it. I actually alumni of Stepinac High School, so where this camp is today. And so first year we got it off the ground. We only had about 86 kids, so I have 3 children that play in the league, so I wanted to kind of be involved in their life and their coaching life. So first year we got 86 kids, and
86?
Yeah, but 4 years later, we're at about 500 players.
500?
Yeah, from grades 1st through 8th grade.
1st through 8th grade, my goodness. That is amazing. So tell me, Coach, now that you're in it, where do you see it going?
Well, I think the sky's the limit. My biggest challenge locally is getting field space. As long as I could get the field space, I think I could grow the league probably to over 1,000 players. As long as I could scale with refs and volunteer coaches is really big. So it really does build the community, but you do have to get good parents that are committed to be coaches as well. So as long as I could get those 3, field space, coaches, and refs, I think there's an appetite to, larger than tackle football when I was a kid. So sky's the limit, really.
Yeah, it's so funny you should say that, because that is kind of what I've been seeing. Because I'm seeing not only the kids, but I'm seeing high school players. I'm seeing grown men playing flag football, and I'm like, what's going on here? But it is exciting. I'm watching the crowds. It just seems like, as you said, Coach, the sky is kind of the limit.
Yeah, it's really a great game. I did play. When you play football your whole life and then it ends, it gets a little bit of a void. So when I was a little younger, I would play in the Tappan Z League flag football, just because the competitiveness is there, and the camaraderie. So I think sports, everybody knows like there's a correlation to kind of success in life, not just education. Both are very important.
Absolutely.
But it teaches you how to win, how to lose, how to be a good teammate, and I think that. The new model is, ever since that movie with Will Smith about concussions, a lot of the parents are very scared to have tackle football, which I still think tackle football is a great sport, but I think the model now is that a lot of parents want to do up to 8th grade. If their kid has a really good skill set, then they'll transition over to tackle in the high school years. So you don't get the repetitive head contact in the younger years.
I'm sorry, Coach. I've always been a proponent of that. As kids are young, that they should play as many sports as they can, because as you know, as a player, and I was a player, the more skills you have, and then when you go to one sport, you're a better athlete.
Yes,
you're a better athlete.
I agree. My kids play all 3, the basketball, baseball, and football. And my daughter, she does competitive dance. But that, I think, actually is really good because the flexibility is there. So, I totally agree. I think especially let them enjoy themselves, see what they like, see what sport fits them the best. And then, when you get a little older, then you start with specialization.
I got to ask you, I know you're busy. I don't want to take up all your time. But how do you handle the parents?
That's probably one of the biggest challenges. So I don't know if I said the league. It's Mad Dog Football. It's Westchester County based, and
don't worry, folks. We're going to put it up so you can call and tap in with Coach.
So the great part was when I did start it, it was very community centric. So out of those 80 kids, I probably already knew most of the parents, so it was very family oriented. So that year was very easy. It was like easy conversations. If there was something they didn't like, it was on a very personal level, though. Now that it's scaling a little bit, it has been getting a bit challenging because you don't have the personal interaction like we're having here.
Yeah.
You'll have basically emails and sometimes aggressive emails. So, I just try to stay professional. I take any of the concerns seriously, try and reach out to them to make it a bit more personable, because that's kind of what football is. It's community. Yeah. So that's the way I just try to have a human aspect to it. And really listen to their concerns and try and address it. Aggressive play was one of them this year that we struggled with, because the games get competitive, and there's a fine line between a tackle and a flag. So that's kind of just have a conversation with them, see where we can support the areas of their concerns, and just always have good customer service, so to speak.
My last question, Coach, is, and I could be wrong, please correct me, but from a business end, because that's another part of my life, it seems like a great opportunity for investors to come in, sponsorship, equipment, kids. Am I seeing wrong or no?
No, you're seeing exactly what's happening. I unfortunately haven't had that acumen to get into the sponsorship and stuff, but I really could use the support there. You can turn a profit on this. The first 2 years we did not. I think we're getting into a critical mass where we will start making money, but if we could roll in the sponsorships, that would be tremendously helpful. Jerseys, equipment, anything for the kids. Sometimes we'll do we also do a annual Turkey Bowl game, just for the community, and we also do like a cleat drive. So basically all the kids will bring in their cleats from that year, and we'll just kind of cycle them through, just so kids don't have to spend that extra cost of $100 on a new set. So anything like that helps, because some families we charge about $285 for an 8-week season. Some families that's nothing. Others it could be a barrier to play. So that's kind of where the sponsorship and things like that would really help serve the community.
Awesome. Hey Frank, Coach, couldn't thank you enough for taking time and shedding the light on a sport that I love, and I think it's just the sky is the limit. And hey, Smarterfan family, this is what we do, and we'll have Coach's information that you can reach out to him, and keep watching Smarterfan podcast. You know what we say, stay in the game. Thanks again, man.
Mad Dog Football. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.